What's up, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Journey into Fantasy. Brandon and I are back at it again as we will be discussing what is even going on with Warner Brothers and Discovery, or now Discovery and Warner Brothers.
Or also known as Warner Brothers Discovery right now.
Yeah, lots of news, lots of news. Some of the news topics are going to be Ben Affleck returning, HBO and the Discovery Plus merger, canceled HBO movies and shows, Black Adam, Shazam, and Flash news. And at the end, we're going to be talking about the Joker teaser and what we think that means for the sequel. So the first things first, I guess. Ben Affleck is returning. I heard about this.
We discussed this in our
photo.
last podcast, actually,
Yeah.
briefly. And from what's been reported is that for Aquaman 2, Michael Keaton actually filmed a scene because remember, Aquaman was supposed to come out after The Flash, but The Flash got postponed into after Aquaman. So a lot of fans are kind of confused with what was going on.
Yeah, he got taken out, right? Michael Keaton's no longer in this.
It looks like he got cut out, and they're replacing him with Ben Affleck.
Oh boy!
Because it's like, since the film takes place after, well, the film was supposed to take place after The Flash, but not anymore. So I guess they're trying to keep it with that continuity, or maybe Ben Affleck agreed to come back as Bruce Wayne as he's now happy in life being married to J-Lo.
And who wouldn't be after marrying such a woman? Yeah, I kind of thought Ben Affleck was done being Batman. You know, that's why I never thought he would come back. I thought he was done, honestly. I heard something about he was getting tired and fed up with DC, working with DC. But apparently he's back. I don't know if it's for the money or what, but he's back.
Yeah.
I'm kind of upset with what they're doing to Michael Keaton. You know, poor guy. Can't catch a break.
Yeah, I agree with that because
he's such a good actor. Like Marvel has treated him well. Well, I guess Sony isn't Marvel. I was gonna say
that's all Sony. That's all Sony with Morbius.
But yeah, man, he's getting cut out of Aquaman, and now he's gonna get cut out of the Batgirl movie.
Oh, the Batgirl movie. That is upsetting because
he was in that, right? He was
in that. No, he was the
Batman.
He was Batman for that movie. It was filmed and everything. J.K. Simmons was returning as Jim Gordon from the Justice League movie.
That sucks, man. What the heck? What are they doing, bro? It's already finished filming. All they have to do is edit it.
It was edited. They did a test screening. There's been reports saying that the test screening got negative reviews, and there was a test report saying that the test screening got positive reviews, which is a test screening. So they're, of course, positive reviews, negative reviews. It shows, okay, what do we fix before the final cut?
My thing is, if the movie's already finished, why not just, let it out, put it on HBO?
And they were like, oh no, these movies are too expensive for HBO Max. And it's and if we put it in theaters, it's not going to make money. Well, you have Netflix over here spending $200 million on The Gray Man.
I don't even know what that is.
Red Notice.
Oh, Red Notice. Yes, I know about that one. Oh, The Gray Man. Yeah. With Ryan Reynolds, right?
No,
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling's The Gray Man. Yeah. I get them confused. Yeah, my thing is, you're not going to make money either way. Just release it, I want to see. You're not going to make money just like keeping it from us.
And it sucks because the directors, they directed Bad Boys Forever, and they also were in charge of the Ms. Marvel show.
Yeah.
They didn't find out about the cancellation until the day of, while they were at one of each other's weddings.
Oh my god! Everybody, like the day everybody found out, basically, is when they found out.
And it's awful that it happened. It's like these filmmakers, the cast and crew put in a lot of work to make this film, and just Warner Brothers Discovery being like, oh no, we're not going to release it. We're just going to write it off. We're just going to do a tax write-off on it.
I don't get none of that stuff. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It sucks, what else are they canceling besides
Scoob.
Batgirl?
They made
Scoob.
a prequel animated movie to Scoob.
Oh, they're not releasing that at all. Like
It was
at all.
one of the voice actors was talking about how when doing the voice work, the animation actually looked almost completed and all that.
Yeah.
That's now not happening at all.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe who is this is Discovery, so I don't know what they're thinking, or I don't know. Like I guess they're like I don't get what they think of just not releasing this. They put money into it anyways. Well, I guess not them. I guess HBO or whoever owned it before.
Yeah.
But still, like you're losing money either way. I feel like you owe it to the people that worked a year of their careers. Like, they could have been making money or getting more exposure somewhere
Yeah.
else. The reason they did this, like they did the Batgirl movie or they did Scoob, is to get exposure so they can have other roles. And now they basically just wasted a year of work and exposure for something that's not even going to get released.
Yeah, I agree with that. And now, there's been rumors about how HBO Max is gonna dissolve into Discovery Plus and like kind of just become regular HBO again. But it was confirmed today that HBO Max and Discovery Plus are going to merge into one, where they're going to have a free version with ads. Already, it's sounding like a mess, but I am hoping that it doesn't mess with shows like Peacemaker season 2 and the Harley Quinn animated show, as those two are probably the two best ones on HBO Max. But they also just confirmed that there will no there will be no more original movies for HBO Max. So films like American Pickle,
Mm.
The Witches, stuff like that are gonna they're already been taken out of HBO Max for
Oh, they're not there any like right now. You can't find them.
you can't find them at all. So this is why physical media is important, because if you want to rewatch those movies, at least you own the movie for the disc versions of it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, they're no longer on HBO Max. I think 6 films or in total original HBO Max films got taken off HBO Max.
I'm looking at this thing on Twitter right now saying DC is listed as a studio now instead of on this Warner Brothers structure, I guess.
Yes, they're wanting to make it into like Marvel Studios, which they
Was
have
it
a
what was it before?
part of
That
Warner
it
Brothers
was.
pretty much, not like its own studio.
Oh, so it's his own, like it's not part of, basically not part of Warner Brothers anymore. Or
It
I guess it
is,
is,
but
but yeah,
they're doing they're trying to like take a lot of inspiration from Marvel, which can be a good thing,
yeah.
or it can be a bad thing, like how Sony is doing with their
Mm-hmm. With
universe and
their
like
yeah,
how
you're
they
right.
rushed it.
You're right. No, it could go either way right now. Like right now, I don't know how it's gonna go, but it can go either way. You're right. Sony sometimes they do a good job in their animation side, like with Spider Verse
Hmm.
or No Way Home. But No Way
But
Home was basically all Disney and Marvel.
but then again, with Spider Verse, that was all Lord and Miller,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Who is Zas? How do you say that name?
He is
Zaslav?
the main guy in charge now of everything, pretty much. And
Well,
he's
it
a
says
from what I read, he's a pretty questionable guy.
well, it says here David Zaslav on canceling Batgirl. We're not going to put a movie out unless we believe in it, particularly with DC, which kind of sucks, you
Which
know.
shows that they're scared to take risks.
Yeah.
And then again, remember Warner Brothers have this AI algorithm type thing that helps them with
Yeah.
statistics and all that, while Disney doesn't.
I mean, good thing Discovery didn't own Disney back when they tried to make the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, because that would have never gotten made today. Or probably Batman with Robert Peterson
Oh
or
yeah.
Patterson. That probably would have gotten made if Discovery bought DC.
Yeah, but
I kind of like what DC was doing with their like standalone solo movies. And it was kind of like the comics where different comic there's like different comic lines, different storylines, different universes, I
I
guess.
get that, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. That should that shouldn't be their main focus in a way. Their main focus should have been their own universe, but on the side, these other projects. But with what was going on with DC, with the whole Snyder Whedon situation,
Yeah.
you know, even with the first Suicide Squad film on like how Warner Brothers tried to mess up everything,
Yeah.
it
Well, yeah. I think they're just scared. I guess they just don't believe in the Batgirl, or there's.
that
I think there's what I think is that they're scared of trying. They're gonna proceed with the Batgirl movie. They might be like, oh, this is like too woke or some shit like that, or something like that. I guess I don't know.
it's like they're scared to take risks. That's what I think because like, oh, this movie is gonna flop, and what if it
Because
doesn't?
Batgirl is not like a well-known character. They don't want
She
to,
is though. That's the thing. The whole
well,
Bat family is well known.
to the
Batgirl,
comic kids,
uh,
people that are into.
Nightwing,
I guess
Robin.
I guess people that are into comics, they know who
Like
Batgirl
I
is.
feel like this
But
was mostly for DC fans in a
yeah,
way to introduce this new generation to this powerful, badass female character who
which I didn't know. I guess I'm not a big Batman fan, but I didn't know Batgirl and Batwoman are two different characters.
yes, they are two different characters.
I did not know that until somebody said that. But or maybe this is all just a PR stunt, and this is just a way to get more eyes on the movie when they do release it. But who knows?
Who knows? But I do hope that
Hopefully it is that, and they do release the movie, and this is all PR stunt,
yeah,
so people get
they
talking
come.
about it.
I hope they come to their senses and just release the damn film. Honestly, because people want to see
Yeah.
it. You know, now they got a good actress,
What's her name? Let me
Leslie
see.
Grace, I believe.
Yes.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the movie Into the Heights? She was in that,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Leslie Grace. She was into the Heights.
and that
Oh,
was a really good movie.
I'm seeing a lot of memes about Blue Beetle, which they better not cancel.
Oh yes, that's another rumored one too, because that was originally supposed to be for HBO Max, but they decided to put it as a theater release.
But
And
it's not. There's no news about it being canceled or anything like that, right? So far.
yet, that's the thing. Yet.
That's so I remember growing up watching the Blue. I don't know if it was the Blue Beetle show, but it was Batman Brave and the Bold or something
Mm,
like that. Which I
okay.
believe Blue Beetle was a recurring character. Well,
Okay. Okay.
anyways, next on the list we have DC having a 10-year plan, which
So
I don't know much about that, but Brandon does.
so it's been said that DC they they're like resetting their plan. I guess they because
Yeah.
the guy in charge said that they did a reset and they're working on a 10-year plan, taking inspiration from Marvel, which, like I said, it could be a good thing, or it can be a bad thing, like the Sony Spider-Man universe.
Dang, 10-year plan. We're gonna be
and
33 when that happens.
and it looks like it might start with Black Adam because there's been rumors about how Black Adam could expand. Because
Yeah.
in a recent post, I think by The Rock, it did somewhat seem like Black Adam will be in its own universe and expand from that, or the Black Adam corner of the universe, like the characters that we will see, like the Justice League, Society
Hmm.
Justice League of America. I know I butchered the name. I apologize for that, but which looks like it might expand from those characters. So we see more Doctor Fate, the Atom Smasher, Hawkman, Cyclone, and all that.
I want to see a Green Lantern. I don't
But
care which Green
yeah,
Lantern it is. That's who I want to see on the screen. Small or big for me. I haven't seen him in forever.
with that 10-year plan, it does mean that Black Adam, Shazam 2, and Aquaman 2 can be postponed because, in a quote about them, the main guy in charge says that they're terrific. I'm sorry, not Aquaman 2, but The Flash. the man who Insara said that they're terrific, and we think we can make them better, which means they could be getting postponed. But at the same time, Shazam 2 comes out either at the same time as Avatar 2, so it's probably best that film gets postponed because it's going to get buried with Avatar 2.
You think so?
I think so.
I mean, I didn't think Avatar had a big following like that. Sheesh.
And even though it's been so
Yeah,
many years, there's not a big fan base, It's like name one Avatar character.
I don't know any.
Exactly. But
I,
yet,
I guess I am gonna go see it though, just because it's gonna be a big film.
yeah, the first film was a big one for theaters, for cinemas, and I'm expecting the second film to be just as big.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe all this hype, and do you think it's gonna, reach the hype?
We will find out. Personally, I don't care for the film. I
No.
think
Did you
it's
watch the first one in theaters?
yes.
Uh,
And remember, after that film, there's a lot of films were kind of like unnecessarily in 3D, trying to like copy off what Avatar did with the 3D stuff. Because there was this, some of it, it's like, why is this in 3D actually? Back then, as a little kid, it's like, ooh, 3D, cool. Then now looking at it, it's like, wait, what's so special about it being in 3D?
yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, Avatar was like one of the first movies, major big blockbusters to actually utilize 3D, and after that, just every other company and every other film wanted to copy it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, the CG, from what I've seen from the trailers for the Avatar movie, it looks pretty good. The CGI, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this one channel talking about how the water looks really cool. The wet leather looks really cool. So, James Cameron, he's a rich man, so hopefully he knows what he's doing.
I mean, it's made by Disney, so well, at the time it was made by Fox, then Disney bought Fox, so now it's made by Disney, so they understand the hype for Avatar and all that. But that's enough about
Yeah.
Avatar. We're getting off trail. We're supposed to be talking about DC and all that.
So
So
Black Adam, you're saying getting postponed. Is that 100% for sure, or do
it's
you
it's unknown. It's rumored because the guy was like, "We can make it better." So it's like, "Oh boy, how do you want to make it better? Bring back Henry Cavill?
probably that's probably what it's gonna do. When is it being released?
Hopefully
September, ain't it? September
September
next
or
month?
October, something
I,
like that."
I think September, if I recall.
But I hope it. Then again, we
Would
did
you want it to
see
get pushed back?
no.
You want it to just
Wouldn't
be
be
released how it is?
wouldn't be the first time though, because if you remember the second GI Joe movie from years ago, that got
No.
post that got pushed back like a whole year, like a month right before it was supposed to come out.
I didn't watch the GI Joe movies, honestly.
There's something else.
I Transformers, I was more of a fan, but
Yeah,
barely.
but with that, also it's been said that Black Adam it's expanding even more with. Well, we already talked about this, so it might be research to help expand what's built on Black Adam, but
What would you
who
want to?
knows?
What would you want? What would you want them to add to make the film better?
Connections with Shazam, because Black Adam is a Shazam villain, and he was originally supposed to be in the first Shazam movie, but that didn't happen as they came up with other ideas and everything.
I guess that would be cool. Maybe like they show how he got his. I mean, they're probably gonna show how he got his powers from the same wizard. I'm assuming.
Hopefully, because
Um,
in like a sneak peek from years ago, in like
I would
concept
say
art, it did show the wizard fighting Black
Shazam
Adam,
or Black Adam.
Black Adam in a, but this was like concept art, so like a animation concept art type.
Do you know if they take place in the same area, Shazam and Black Adam?
Doesn't look like it.
Because
Uh,
I was wondering why. Where is the rest of the Justice League? Where's Shazam? Where's everybody else?
Looks
It's
like this.
just and what is I would like to know where the heck I guess Dr. Fate and all these other heroes are at. If this is connected to the Snyderverse when all that stuff was happening in the Snyderverse.
Either they didn't get their powers by then, or they got their, or like they were busy with other things. If you've seen the Snyder Cut, there was a Martian Manhunter. He was talking about how he's tired of hiding and he wants to join the team at the end of the movie, talking to Bruce
Hmm,
Wayne. So maybe something like that. But
maybe you're right.
I like how they're not doing like origin stories for them if that's the case, because yeah, pretty much.
Well, I see what you're saying because these characters aren't like well known, and also Doctor Fate, his origin story is really they compare it a lot to Doctor Strange, so nobody wants another rehash of that.
Yeah.
They're different characters, but not by much. It's like Wade Wilson and what's the other guy's name?
Slade Wilson,
Slade Wilson, yeah,
Deathstroke,
Deathstroke. It's
both
just like that.
mercenaries. That's it. Nothing else in common, really.
Yeah, different backstory. But Doctor Fate Doctor Fate gets his powers from the helmet that he wears, and the
Hmm.
helmet also I think makes him kind of crazy or makes him lose his mind.
Yeah, yeah, I think there was something about that in an episode of Young Justice.
Mhm. What else? So, anything you would want them to add Shazam 2 to make it better if they were postponing it?
It'd be cool to like see now a Henry Cavill's Superman cameo in
I, well, I,
Shazam.
I think Superman. If there's a Superman cameo, it's gonna happen in Black Adam.
Should happen
And
in both. I don't know though, because
I heard
no,
Wonder Woman was. I think you were the one
yeah,
that told me
Wonder
Wonder Woman was
Woman
gonna be
is
a cameo.
rumored for Shazam 2, but really, who knows what's going on with all that for now. There's still a lot of rumors out there, and we will find out here soon what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
With all those rumors, it's also rumored that the Flash film, if that ever gets released due to the Ezra Miller controversy, the Flash film will be rebooting the universe. And I've seen rumors how it's gonna like recast a lot of the characters except for Momoa.
Well, they're gonna recast the Flash for sure.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna recast the Flash after that, but makes no sense for them to like recast all of the other characters. But
I think they might instead of recasting the Flash, they might just kill off the Flash.
be interested in if they introduce Wally or some other
That's what I'm
version of the
thinking.
Flash,
Maybe they
because
won't. Yeah, maybe they won't kill off the Flash. Oh, they go. My bad. Maybe they won't recast him. They'll just kill him off.
but yeah, that's one of the latest rumors with the Flash film, since time travel, multiverse travel, and all that. And it
God,
does have Supergirl, and she was supposed to have her own film afterwards, but looks like that's now canceled too.
I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know if this is all like a PR stunt or something because for some reason now more than ever, I just want to see all these dang movies.
Same, I want to see all these characters be on screen. I want to see like a Endgame style event, but with the DC characters. And DC has all the rights to their characters. They can do this huge event.
Yeah, for sure. They own every single one. You're right. They have no excuse. The only thing they have to learn how to fix is their dang, I guess, timeline, or they're basically doing what Fox was doing with X-Men right now.
That too.
Everything's getting so convoluted, so mixed up. Nothing
Hmm.
makes sense anymore. They don't know. They don't even know what they're doing.
And they're now scared to take risks, apparently. I mean, even Sony is over here taking risks. They took a risk with Morbius, and they're taking a risk with El Muerto.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe Morbius isn't a good sign for Warner Brothers because that movie did flop.
Yeah, but still got released.
Still got released. You're right.
Still
Twice.
got released twice due to all those internet memes. Oh, we're gonna release it again, and everyone's like, "We're joking. What?"
Yes. I don't know.
They were expecting the success with the memes, like how Minions got a lot of success with all those memes of
Oh
people
my god.
dressing up to go to the theater and all that.
Yeah. I don't know about the Flash anymore. Like I hope they figure out what they're gonna figure out. They're for sure reshooting that movie as we speak. You know, repeating
I don't
everything.
know. They want to. The budget has been said to be almost 300 million, so I'm pretty sure they don't want to put no more money into that.
300 million.
Almost 300 million.
Yeah.
It's been
Uh,
said 200 million, but another report say it's probably actually 300 million. But who
you still
knows?
have to think that's not even marketing. Marketing still hasn't even
Oh
happened yet.
yeah, oh yeah, for
We'll add
sure.
another 10 to 50 million on that.
But with all this HBO Max DC stuff, I just hope it doesn't ruin James Gunn's projects because he has an Amanda Waller show in works. He has another DC show in works, which is unknown at the moment. And there's Peacemaker season 2. And he said that he is working on other Suicide Squad
DC.
spin-offs like
Okay.
DC that he hasn't revealed yet. So I'm hoping that none of them gets canceled or anything like that.
All
Because
right.
remember, there was actually supposed to be a Wonder Twins movie for HBO Max also.
Yeah, with the
But
guy from Riverdale.
yeah, but that got canceled like a week or a few days after they revealed who was playing the Wonder Twins.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would have been
See,
interesting for HBO Max, but
I think DC should stop announcing these movies that they're never gonna
mhm,
make until they're 100% sure they're gonna make these movies because
yeah,
this is just making them look bad.
it is. And there was a Green Lantern show in works, but there's been rumors that that show is dead. That show's not going to happen now.
Yeah, I was such a big fan of DC as a kid. I don't know what happened to them recently, man. They're just they just need a whole revamp of the whole universe or something.
Yeah, like it's not hard to fix. Well, it was already messed up, but it looks like for them it already is.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause
I
it's
feel
because
like
they just don't know what to do. I'm not saying they should get like, oh, get the fans to come over there and write it. Like, get people who know their shit.
yeah.
Get someone like Kevin Smith. Get someone like like get someone who knows these comics, who knows these characters, and can create something good
You
or can
think they
help
should
create
just
something good.
reboot the whole thing?
No, because they can still fix it, but and if they want to still fix it, make amends with some of the actors. Apologize to Ray Fisher. Bring back Henry Cavill.
How long? When was the last time the what 2013 and it's 2023 next year? 10 years for having the same super. I think they're getting ready to reboot everything. Honestly, after this Flash movie.
Who knows? But
And plus, you're saying they're having a 10-year plan. Yeah, they're definitely gonna start over from
I wonder
scratch.
who will be part of that 10-year plan because it makes no sense that they will recast some of the characters. Like, Shazam has been pretty popular, and then of course they're not gonna recast Black Adam.
I just don't get. You're right about
but
the Henry
yet,
Cavill. Like I
but
haven't
yet
seen
with
any.
Gal, but yet with Gal Gadot, I just cannot see them recast her. I just cannot see
Maybe they
them
don't
replace
do a
her.
recast. It's like how I'm saying they might just not maybe not kill off, maybe retire these characters and just do other characters because they have DC has so much characters that they have never used.
Yeah.
There's I can't think of any right now. Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern. They could do Green Lantern again. They could do Wonder Woman sidekick. I
Oh
forgot her
yeah.
name. Wonder Girl. Is it
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Girl?
Yeah. I want to see a live action Nightwing film.
I would.
The
Yeah, I would love to see
the,
that.
the
I would love to
guy who
see.
the guy who plays him in Titans is perfect, but that's unfortunately in a different universe. So I've seen fan casts of people wanting Dylan O'Brien, which he's a perfect choice also.
I would love to see that guy. I would love to see maybe a little HBO Plastic Man show or film.
Classic
I love
man. Oh, that's
I
that
love
will
that
be
guy.
something.
I love that guy, man. Blue Beetle. I mean, they're doing Blue Beetle, so I
They're
hope they
doing
keep
Blue
that.
Beetle. They it's been said that they're doing a Static Shock film too.
If they do a Static Shock film, that would literally save their whole freaking franchise, man.
I think
Bro,
Michael B. Jordan is producing that film, and he's also
bro,
producing a the Earth 2 version of Superman that is African American. There are he is that will be an HBO Max series that he will be starring and producing on, but who knows if it even gonna happen now, to be honest.
they have so many good characters. So many. Static Shock is a perfect excuse me example. Bro, everybody from my generation especially grew up watching that show, bro. It
I
was
actually
such an
never
amazing
grew up
show.
watching that.
Oh, you didn't. That's right. You didn't have that channel, but it was such a good show, bro. I talk to anybody and they know who that freaking guy is. They could do another Watchmen movie, Beast Boy. They could do a live action, a theater live action Titans movie, Teen Titans movie. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that will be awesome because with the HBO Max series, the casting for the Titans show is actually really good, but the writing sucks though. It's like they don't know how to like properly write these characters, and it just doesn't work, honestly. So I
I
just feel bad
guess
for the cast, just because sometimes they're just there doing nothing.
Lobo's another good movie they can make.
Then he was supposed to get his film for years. The Rock at one point was attached to star in that film. Then
That would
sometime
be cool to
afterwards,
see.
Michael Bay was attached to direct it, and it it's rumored to be canceled, but who knows? Honestly, what's going on with that?
All right, man. That's just upsetting to hear everything, all
And
that.
along with all this DC stuff and like what's happening behind the scenes, it makes many wonder what's going to happen with the Batman stuff. Because the Batman 2 is already confirmed to be in works, and there were two spin-off series in works too. The GCPD series that became an Arkham Asylum series, and a and the Penguin series also. And there has been other talks about a Catwoman series happening too,
That would be cool to see.
but who knows if it's even going to happen now and all that. And because the Batman was like a super most talked about film and everything.
Well, he's a very popular character, Batman.
Yes, and that movie was as epic, and with many.
Batman, Batman, you're right. He could spin off so many movies.
Mhm.
Freaking Nightwing. They could do a whole Robin series, a whole Robin trilogy. Not just like Dick Grayson. I'm talking about Dick Grayson, the Red. What is his name? Red Hood.
Yeah, Red Hood.
They could just talk about every. They could just make a movie of every single Robin, or make a little HBO series. I would just love to see that, man. Honestly, DC, please get your stuff together for your films. Hopefully, this 10-year plan
Yes.
works out in your favor because I'm a fan of you guys' animated works and your comic books, but right now your movies is just they're not it, man.
Yeah, it's like even though the animated films are kind of a hit and miss at times, they're kind of all in one universe and all that. So it's like
Yeah.
I think people talk about get the writers for the animated films to make a live action film, and it's like,
What do
yeah,
you
I
think?
have to agree with that honestly, because
Yeah.
sometimes with the animated films, they know what to do in a way. Even though like Killing Joke is an example of kind of like what not to do. Even though like skip the first 45 minutes and you got yourself a pretty decent Killing Joke film, but some of this stuff is like if it's based exactly off the graphic novel, it needs to be longer because most of the graphic novels are like pages long, which is like with the Long Halloween. It was good that they split it up into 2 movies. The
Yeah, I
Long
think they did.
Halloween was a good animated film. They
They
changed
did
some
that with
stuff, but it worked.
the Hush, right? Hush.
Batman Hush was like I think the original story is pretty long, but the film is short, and they missed out a lot of this stuff happening in it.
Yeah, well, hopefully they get their stuff together, man.
Yeah, and then with the Batman film, like the Batman film, it did take inspiration from
Batman
like
Year One.
year one, year two, and the Long Halloween.
Batman Year One, the animated film, that was mostly a Commissioner Gordon story. Like it was more of his point of view,
Mm,
which I kind of like that. Like it made a good story.
right. I would love to see a Commissioner Gordon story, like with Jeffrey Wright returning into role that is set in the Batman universe. Even though we got Gotham, the TV show,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, that show was kind of a hit and miss because
the first season was great, but then it kind of fell off for me at
it's
least.
it's like, okay, what is this? Is this a Jim Gordon show or is this a young Bruce Wayne show? And it just doesn't really know how to balance that out at times.
Yeah. All right. Well, the next thing up we have is the Joker teaser that just came out today, actually, released by Lady Gaga, right? In her Twitter.
Yes, she confirmed that she will be playing Harley Quinn
I'm
in the
excited.
Joker, which I'm not gonna lie, I personally found the film kind of overrated. Like it's a good film, but
No, that film
only
was
reason it's good is because of Joaquin Phoenix, honestly.
no, bro. The writing, the story was super good.
But
It
that's
was
my opinion. And
the way they shot it, bro. Too. It was a good film, and I think it's one of the only movies DC movie rated R, mind you, to make $1 billion in the box office.
it is the only rated R film to make $1 billion in the box office with
Oh, is it? I thought Deadpool
yes,
made $1 billion.
it
No.
made over 700 million.
Yeah, you see that Joker made $1 billion, bro, and it speaks for itself, man. It was a good film, and Joaquin Phoenix knows how to pick scripts. He like a lot of his movies
Mm-hmm.
are really good, really good.
But the thing with this is that it doesn't need a sequel, to be honest. It would have been
It doesn't,
perfect if
yeah,
it just left it off with one film.
kind
But
of like a graphic novel kind of thing.
yeah, so it'll be interesting how it's done.
I'm surprised Joaquin Phoenix came back for the sequel.
Yeah, I think this is his first sequel, honestly, because he
Is it?
usually don't do sequels. Because
No.
Marvel's been wanting him for years. Marvel tried to cast him as Bruce Banner. They tried to cast him as a Doctor Strange when Benedict first said no, but he turned them down because he didn't want to commit to a franchise because he wasn't really
He's
too
not.
interested in sequels and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah. Which, he's a good actor and he knows how to pick his movie. So if he's down to do a Joker 2, then I'm down to watch it. I was a big fan of the Joker movie for sure. I love that story. I love the plot it was trying to tell. And now this saying it's gonna be a musical and it's gonna be with Lady Gaga. I'm interested for sure.
That will be interesting. I'm sure Lady Gaga will be a good version of Harley Quinn for that film. But I hope that doesn't mean they put Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn to the side just to focus on Lady Gaga because
I don't think they will because Harley Quinn, she's oh my bad. Margot Robbie, Margot, Margaret, how do you say her name?
That's Margot.
Margot Robbie, she's a great Harley Quinn and she brings a lot of money to the box office.
She
So I
does like
doubt.
she is literally Harley Quinn right out of the comics, right out of the Arkham games, pretty much. Like that's how I know
Yeah.
more about Harley Quinn from the Arkham games, the '90s cartoon, and the Harley Quinn animated series.
Yeah, she's
She's
really
just
good. But I'm excited to see
perfect.
Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn for sure. She
Oh
was
yeah, for sure.
She was good in A Star Is Born. She
Mm-hmm.
was really good in that. I haven't
Which
seen The House of Gucci, I think it's called,
House of Gucci.
which
I
I
heard
heard
good things
flopped.
about her in it.
I heard it flopped, the movie.
Yeah, it did flop, but then again, it wasn't really one of those films. I guess that was like, oh, we have to go watch this in theaters and all that.
Yeah, I
But
think people just
who
waited for
knows?
it to come out on streaming or to rent it.
I feel like that's what a lot of people are now doing, just waiting for films to come out on streaming because a month after it's in theaters, it's gonna be on streaming. So it's like
Well,
with
yeah.
Lightyear. Lightyear, it's now on streaming, even though back in June it just got into theaters. So
Well, that's the thing. It has to be a really good movie. Like, obviously, comic
yeah,
movies are gonna sell well,
yeah, Jurassic
but
Park,
like,
big
yeah, big
franchises,
crossover movies.
it's gonna sell well. Like Top Gun, I'm surprised that film actually
Well,
made a lot, to be
that's a
honest.
big blockbuster, man. And it's what it's
Yeah,
been over. People have been waiting for like years, decades to watch.
I know. So I was kind of surprised on like how well that film did. So it's like if
I
it's
mean,
part
Nope.
of
I
an
want to go watch Nope. They came out in theaters.
Nope was a good one, but it unfortunately flopped in theaters.
It did. How much did it make?
Um,
Do you know
I'm
off the
not
top of your head?
sure, but I remember the lady at that theater told you that it flopped.
Yeah, she said it was pretty empty, which it's kind of sad because I'm a big Jordan Peele fan. Big Jordan Peele fan, and hopefully this doesn't mean that he's gonna have less, work or less opportunity, which I don't think he will.
It
He's a
crosses
great
80
director.
million.
Hey,
It
what?
it made over 80 million worldwide.
Worldwide. All right. Okay.
Worldwide. So
It's not bad.
that's probably the budget though, honestly.
It probably, if anything, it probably broke even.
Eh,
But to the Joker teaser, I'm excited for it.
yeah.
I like the idea of it being a musical. I'm a
It
big
will be
musical guy.
interesting, that's for sure. It will be interesting to see how it plays off. Hopefully, it's not. Well, it's obviously not going to be the same movie twice, but
It's gonna. I think
hopefully,
it might be like a love story, if
it
anything.
does look like it. But hopefully, it shows that the sequel will be worth it in a way because it's one of those films that really doesn't need a sequel. So it's like, okay, if there's a sequel, it has to be really good. So it's hopefully going to be really good. That's like,
Well,
okay, this feels deserved.
well, now that I think about it, it might not even be a Joker movie. It might just more be a Harley Quinn movie.
Could be, but
Because
this is
it takes place in. I feel like it's gonna take place. The whole movie is gonna take place in the
Arkham Asylum.
Arkham
Yes,
Asylum, in
I've
the
heard that.
or in the not the comics, I guess, because she did get her start in the show. But in the
Yeah,
animated show, she was the
the
Joker's therapist, and she ends
mhm.
up falling in love with him.
But this is the thing though, because in the comics, their relationship is abusive, very abusive. He abuses the hell out of her, and a lot of people were complaining about that with the Suicide Squad movie. Well, the first Suicide Squad movie, because Warner Brothers cut out a lot of the abusive scenes and replaced them with lovey-dovey scenes. So, in which people were upset about that for kidding it down in a way. So I'm
Well,
wondering what will be people's reactions towards that if they do that.
the thing is, I think because this Joker that we got in the Joaquin Joker is not Joker from the comics or Joker from any show I've seen. He's not wacky like that. This is more like a depressing Joker, honestly.
I know, but
I don't get the same vibes I got from the animated Joker from where Harley Quinn originated from. This is a Joker where he's more like he's really mentally unstable, but not like mentally unstable where he's like ready to break. I mean, he is ready to break, but he's not like I don't know how to say it. He's not crazy as in the fact he might just beat up a girl for no reason.
but
He's more crazy like he feels depressed and sad and he literally sees the world in a different light.
yeah.
He hallucinates all the time. That one part in the movie, spoiler alert, where
Where
he finds
Zazie Beats
out.
character was doesn't hallucinate, like his relationship with her character
Yeah,
was just a hallucination the whole time, which
which
makes me now think, what if Harley Quinn is part of the Joker's mind in this film?
I don't think so. They're not gonna bring Lady Gaga in for that. I
You
think
never know.
that was a good plot twist. That like I was like, oh, there's no. My original when I first watched the film, I was like, no, no way. This is. I
I
forgot what I
was
was thinking.
I was watching it, and like whenever he was with her in those scenes, it kind of like he seemed normal. So it's like, okay, something's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like there was something happening. I was more like when I found out or when I was finding out, I was like, oh, she thinks she's gonna pretend that she doesn't know him. But then when it came out that it was all in his head, I was like, oh snap.
And then it makes people wonder, did he kill her right there though? Because
I don't think he
no one knows. Like,
maybe.
I don't think he did, but who knows? Honestly, who knows with that?
That happens, to everybody. Where you see a pretty girl, you see a pretty guy, and you do quick scenarios where you imagine your whole life with them. I don't know if it has ever happened to you, but it's something that happens to a lot of people. You just see somebody, you don't even talk to the person at all. You just wow, that's a pretty person. I could just see my whole life with them, and then you just end up never talking to that person ever again, and you just forget about it. But it looks like with this Joker, he took it to the extreme where he thought about it every day. He kind of was a stalker, basically. He was stalking her.
Yeah, he was.
Oh man, that was such. I need to watch that movie again. When he's in the apartment, and she's like, "What are you doing in my apartment?" That's when I was like, "Oh," that's when my heart fell. I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, which makes one wonder also, because we also did see the Joker in, well, a different Joker in the Batman, so it makes people wonder how will they expand on that.
They're two. I think they're just gonna be two different stories for sure, or
They
two different
obviously are.
universes.
They're two different universes, but it
Yeah.
makes one wonder what can, like, what makes these Jokers unique from one another and all that, and like makes one excited to like see the differences between these Jokers and everything. Because you have Jack Nicholson's Joker, which was different than Heath Ledger's Joker, who was different from Jared Leto's Joker, who was different from Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and who was different from Barry Crogans,
Something like that. I thought
something
his name
like
was
that.
Doug.
Droog was his Eternal's character name.
Oh, Drew. His makeup looks interesting for sure. He looks like he's a more beaten down Joker. He
Yeah,
looks like he's been Joker for a longer time than Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, which is weird
yeah.
because he looks younger than that Joker.
And there's a deleted scene of Batman going to the Joker for to figure out who the Riddler is, which that was released online and everything, and it's pretty good. I'm excited to see more of his version of the Joker, hopefully in the future Batman projects and maybe in the Arkham Asylum series if it actually ever happens.
Speaking of that, what was about the Batman? Was there any news for when the sequel's coming out at all?
It
Nothing.
was confirmed months ago, but
Are they filming
still
it
nothing.
anytime soon? Do you think? Nothing.
Probably not. They're probably in the writing process right now. But back to the Joker, it makes one wonder, like, because it's interesting how there is a Joker, yet there is no Batman
For which one? Oh, Joaquin
or
Phoenix.
Walking Phoenix. So it's like, because those two are destined to do this forever,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, what if he inspires the Joker for Bruce Wayne when he becomes Batman in that universe, as we kind of seen in the end of the first Joker film, where it's like he just kind of like started this riot where people looked up to him and killed Bruce Wayne's parents in an alleyway. Was It's not a Batman film without that happening.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's for
it's like
sure.
I'm surprised it didn't happen in the Batman, but it's like
They showed a flashback, didn't they?
No,
No.
no. So it's like,
So
oh,
your theory is that it's connected.
Batman and Joker?
Yeah.
No,
You just
obviously
said,
not. Obviously not. I'm just saying, like, for like the future of that universe with the Joker, it's like, what if he inspires a Joker to fight that universe's Batman in a way in the future.
I don't know. I think I feel like what they're gonna do with the Joker series is, I think it might just end in the sequel. Honestly, I doubt they're gonna make a trilogy out of this unless it makes another $1 billion.
I cannot see it making another $1 billion, to be honest,
I see it making another $1 billion.
because like what was interesting though, there was a lot of controversy about this film at
Oh
first
yeah, yeah, yeah.
too, because people were scared about oh some bad things are gonna happen in the theater, and it never happened. And the same year, there was a machete fight in a screening of Frozen 2.
You serious?
Yes,
A machete fight?
two people fought with machetes. I think
You
this was in
know,
a different country, but still, it's like, what? And
I
people were
had when I was a
expecting worse
kid.
things to happen in
When I was
Joker.
a kid, I saw my dad fight with my uncle with a machete outside my yard.
Oh, okay.
That brought back a memory. That's weird. Yeah, I feel like it will make $1 billion. I'm a big Joker fan and a Joaquin Phoenix fan, and I'm down. I think it will for sure make $1 billion. I'm
I'll,
excited for this, and the
it,
teaser just made me even more excited. It looks like he's gonna have the same outfit from the silhouette. And Lady
that's just
Gaga,
that's
I
just
need to watch.
concept art, so who knows, honestly.
I guess. And the skit, you got to think about the song they chose, "Cheek to Cheek."
Hmm.
That's a romantic song, man. So for sure, it's so what the thing is when they say it's gonna be a musical, I wonder if it's gonna have like original songs
I hope so. That'll be interesting.
or if
I
it's
saw
gonna.
people comparing it to La La Land in a way.
Oh, that'd be cool. A crazy La La Land.
Set in an Arkham Asylum, or as Andrew Garfield calls it, La La Land.
And Joaquin Phoenix is a good singer. If you remember from that Johnny Cash
Oh yeah, he
biopic,
was Johnny Cash.
yeah, from Walk the Line, he did all the singing. He did all the
Nice.
singing.
So,
I think. Don't quote me on that,
and of
guys.
course, Lady Gaga's a musical genius. So we will
Yeah.
have to see from everything, but yeah, it does look like it'll be interesting for
Sure.
sure. Let's see if it lives up to it, because, like I said, a sequel is unnecessary, but
Yeah, I remember when they announced the sequel. Like it was maybe like 2 months or a couple months after the film got released, and
mhm,
everybody was like, even me, I was like, it doesn't need a sequel. It really doesn't.
it really doesn't. But it's
But
getting one
now,
anyway,
there's
so
teasers coming out. Now more news about the film is coming out.
yeah.
I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. I think Joaquin Phoenix won like I don't know if it was an
He
Oscar, but
won best actor Oscar for the role.
he won an Oscar for that. Look at
He
that,
won an
bro.
Oscar for the role.
Look at that, man.
All
Well,
right.
I guess join us for next time when we talk about She-Hulk.
Yeah, we still be talking about She-Hulk next time, or we will be talking about 2022 media, or we could be talking about more
Bullet Train.
machete fights from what Marin seen. And yeah, that ends this episode. Thank you for listening, and hope to catch you guys again next time. Peace.
Adios.